off from this morning, right where we left off, this was kind of our markup from the AM call, if you guys see here. And in the morning, if you guys remember, price was right around this area here, 88,000 and some change or so. And we had two ways that price would go and what we would do. And so all these Zoom calls are designed to help you guys understand what to wait for, when to get in, when not to get in, what to look for when a signal comes out, and to be able to take your own trades in case everyone else is gone, right? Someday you want to have this skill in case the rest of us are gone someday, right? 14, 15 months together now. But the most important thing is that you guys take away this skill. And this morning price was around here. And we marked it up that if price pulled up here, we were going to sell. And if price pulled down here, we were going to buy. And where did price go? Price came down into our area here. And so price comes down, you get in, boom, right here at this price, 87 and some change. And if you guys did so, you would have made some money. Comes back down and backed up to floating profits now. So now, Friday, it kind of has a last little pump Friday night before the volume tends to leave the markets. So trade is active from here, 87,178 and some change. Boom, boom. Now, what you want to do is wait for price to kind of head up here or see if it rejects from here. But get ready to secure your profits as you move your stop loss. All right? So price was here this morning on our call. If it came up here, we were going to sell. If it came down here, we were going to buy. So it came down here. Our trade activated. Boom. Came back down, floating in profits again. Now we move our stop loss. And let's see if it rejects off of here, 87588. Or if we get a little extra Friday momentum and can come up here before we start going down. But overall, if you zoom out on the 1 hour time frame, overall, it's still kind of downtrending. So this was a great area that we had marked off. This was our 1 hour zone, the last red before the green. This morning, there was none of this. So it kind of looked like that this morning. And we mapped it out. If it came up here, we are going to sell to 90,424. We were going to sell. And then if it came down here, 87,178, we were going to buy. All right, so now price came in, price came up, move your stop losses, see how it plays out. The volume leaves the crypto markets on the weekends. So after later tonight, we will see where this candle body closes on the 4 hour for BTC. All right, so it's always exciting when trades hit exactly where you mark off. It's always exciting when trades play out. Even to this day, when I see a trade play out, I still get excited. So it's important that you guys get into this habit of opening up your laptops, going to the weekly, going to the daily, marking out your zones, and then waiting for price to get there. Because this morning I walked you guys through it step by step. Price was right around here, marked it off. Then all you had to do was wait. So 4 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 12 hours ago, and it boomed down. All right? So now that price came in and then it took off, just move your stop losses to here, 87,294. And if it hits, you close in profits. If it doesn't, hopefully it will continue going up, right? So always fun and exciting when the trade plays out like we do together live every single week. Most of our calls that we've done together have gone our way. So that's always awesome. I don't know how much longer I can be on point for you guys live. So it's important to get your team members onto these calls so they can see the play-by-play and the thought process of a full-time trader, right? Everything that I walk you guys through, I've been doing it for a long time. Every time I walk you guys through, I'm managing multi-million-dollar clients out of Middle East, Dubai, and Asia. You know, every time I go to Dubai, which I'm going again in a month, every hour my clients come into my office asking me where gold is going to go, asking me about US dollar, asking me about BTC. Even though they have 30 million under management or you know, big dollars under management, they don't think they know about the United States. They come and they ask me for my insight. So I learn a lot from them. They learn a lot from me. We all make money together. We catch trades live, and everyone's happy, and then I come back home. All right? So they could come in and acting all crazy with their big dollars, right? But they know that they don't live in the United States. They ask me questions about Trump, what's happening locally, what's going to happen with gold, US dollar, da-da-da-da-da. And the same trades that I give you, I take with them, and they leave jacked up, asking me to come back, asking me to hang out, teach their kids, right? And so the same things that I'm showing you, I show my clients over there, and we all rise together. See, when you get to the money, you're not fighting about small stuff, right? When you're getting to the money, you're not riding in the streets, burning down police cars. When you go after your purpose, when you really help people, when you're busy having fun, doing this, doing that, you're not in the streets rioting. You're not burning down police cars. You're not breaking down Tesla stores, right? Because you're too busy worried about your family. You're too busy getting ready to take your kids fishing, getting ready to take your children to the beach, right? Only broke people argue and get mad over which president is in office. Only broke people argue about this and that and what color you should wear and what color you shouldn't wear, if you're vaccinated or not vaccinated, right? Anyone that's getting to the money, They don't have time to riot. They don't have time for drama. They don't have time for a division. You extend the table, right? My Chinese guys, my Japanese, my Indians, my Pakistani clients, they're busy bringing more of their people to meet me. They're busy getting more of their investors to meet me and listen to my insight, right? No one is greedy when you deal with these bigger players. The Japanese, they all hang out together. The Chinese, they all work together. It's always the Americans and the Canadians that are acting kind of crazy. First world nations, right? So we have to learn more of that. And the more we get to work together, the more money we all make, the bigger our team grows, right? Because we are a trading business. Our product is trading. We're not selling skincare. We're not selling vitamins or weight loss. Our product is trading. So we have to teach people about trading. Most people, they just want to take signals. Nothing wrong with that. I was one of the lazy people too, my first year of doing this, just copying the kids that I was mentoring. But some of us want to actually learn the skill, the 200, 300 of you that I regularly talk to and work with daily. You want to learn this skill. And once you guys get it, you're going to tell everybody, right? So you don't always have to be a product as a product, but it's better. You sell better. You believe more. You're more into it. For me, I don't like to sell my friends things that don't work. If a shampoo isn't good, if a vitamin isn't good, if something isn't good, I don't offer it to my friends. If the ribeye isn't amazing, right? If the barbecue Texas chicken isn't amazing, I'm not bringing my friends to eat. So it should be the same in business, right? And so all these calls are designed to do is help you believe more, encourage you guys to bring your network to learn trading from me, and your team will grow throughout the world. So this is what we looked at for Bitcoin. The move has already happened. BTC, US dollar, boom, boom. Showed you guys where to move your stop loss on the 5-minute chart. And then if it hits, you're up in profits. If you get some more, awesome. All right? So now that we marked up BTC, what do you guys want to go over next? Thanks, SK. Good to talk to you, Mr. Darren, today. Sandra, good to talk to you today. Powell, Timbo, Maria, Tori, you guys always helping us out. All right. Well, the gold market is closed. The silver market is closed. But let's take a look at it. Friday is crypto night. But you guys are taking a look at this. All right, so let's check it out. So this was our markup from this morning. I wanted it to come down here at some point. It did not on Friday. There was not enough time. And the reason why I wanted this area is because this is my 4-hour buy zone. The last red before my green. All right, so price is already broken to the upside. I want to see price pull back down before I get involved. We have equal highs here that have been broken. So I would like for price to come back down to at least the red line. And if not there, this would be even better before we get involved in the buy. Like that. Let's see what the 1 hour gives us. Price has already come here, come down, respected that, went back up. So now next week, knowing that this red line is the equal highs, I would like for price to come back there. And then if it comes back here, even better. 4465 area to continue along with this move up. All right, so screenshot that. And then next week, let us know if price is in this area on Sunday or Monday, if the rest of us are still not trading, still hanging out with the family, still at church. Who knows what we do Sunday, Monday, having barbecue, getting some Asian food, fried chicken. I don't know, but screenshot this so whoever is trading Sunday market open or Monday can let the rest of us know, and we will get in. I want to roll out of bed and take your trades. I want to roll out of bed and take your trades. That's what's so fun about this business. We all rise up together. There's no limit. There's no me worrying about you doing this, stealing my legs, da-da-da-da. I dealt with all that drama in network marketing the last 13 years. People are stealing people. People are talking crazy about each other because of recruits. In trading, it's you versus the market. You control the money. You control how much you lose. You control how much you gain. That's why I found it a place where I can make a lot of money without a third party stealing from me, right? Import, export. I had a lot of issues with third parties taking our money. Real estate, a lot of issues. Network marketing, different types of businesses. Someone always messed up the play because they got a little bit greedy, right? But in trading, it's just you against the markets. So I have enjoyed trading very much the last 7 years because if I lose, I blame me. If I win, I blame me. I can't be like, oh, this guy stole this and we're broke now, kids. Or this person did this and now we're struggling, right? You have a little more control. So, all right. Pat, Timbo, Francisco, Tori, many people have requested XRP. Or even at a job. Oh, we're struggling now because the manager was jealous and didn't like me and got me fired. There's none of that. There's no hating. There's no jealousy. We don't have time for that. It's you against the markets. You trading. You make money. Your manager can't fire you. A third party can't steal your money. Well, the brokers are kind of shady, of course. But we teach you how to trade against the brokers. We teach you how to trade like the institutions. So literally giving you guys the hacks. All right. So daily time frame for XRP. So far, respecting this trend line here. Like that. No issues. Boom, boom. So now price is at the last line of defense. If it breaks this area here, we are headed for this box down here, $1.34. So this area here, this last area here, is the last line of defense. If it comes down and breaks this box here, you're looking at $1.34 XRP. Now, If the markets go crazy, you catch a lot of downside momentum, and it breaks this box, you are looking at back to a 51-cent XRP, which is about the price that many of you guys invested in with us being here in Innova back in September, October. I was telling you guys for months in advance to buy XRPs. Trump was going to win. When Trump wins, this was all going to happen. And then November, something happened. And what happened? Boom. And y'all would have made a lot of money. This is why mentorship matters. Don't go cheap on good mentorship. Some of you guys got involved. I talked to a lot of you guys. You guys made a 400% return. Some of you even more. You guys followed my advice. Stephanie out of Saskatchewan, she made 400%. There's a lot of positive stuff going on early on, right? Now we have all these people winning trading, making all this money. They don't want to be known. I'm so proud of them. A lot of times when they message me, I get so mind blown because I didn't have any mentors my first 2-3 years. And they messaged me, I made 70,000 Canadian. I made 105,000 Canadian. I made 150,000 USD. And I'm so mind blown because that didn't happen to me my first 3 years. It took me many years later to do that. But now, because of what I'm teaching you guys, many people in our team that are remaining anonymous are making incredible money. Right? Darren's on the call. He quit his job. He got a Corvette. Can't wait to show him off to my friends here in Texas. Right? We have Mr. Mark on the call. $1.9 million house. We got Leo. He also got a nice crib. We got multiple BMW M series going on throughout our team. And in California, we have a lot of winners out there right now as well with Paul, with Justin, with another young guy, Lobos. You don't really see him all the time. Withdrawals on his prop firms. I mean, it's awesome, right? Alicia out of Toronto had some withdrawals on her prop firm. All sorts of random people that are plugging in that are getting to the money. You don't see them arguing about black versus white. All they see is green. You don't see them argue about Democrat versus Republican. You don't see them burning down police cars. They are having fun. They are making money. They are withdrawing. They are telling their friends about this opportunity. Opportunity is all they're focused on. And the more people that we can do that, the more fun we're going to have, right? And it's only going to go up from here. So FOMC News Tuesday. Thank you, Pastor Tori. All right, let's go over HBAR for my bro Timbo from New York. Paul, San Diego. That's right, Mr. Mark. Thanks to you as well. And we got Mexico in the house. You get what you pay for. Gucci mentorship. All right. See, Juan is from my previous company where we sold electricity at a discount. He understands how valuable good leadership is. That's why we get along. We were in a previous company. It was a very difficult company. It was my first company ever. I got to the highest rank in the company in my first 4 years, never doing this industry before. And the only reason why I did so well is because I made sure that my friends and customers saved money on their electricity. My mentors, my uplines, my people in other parts in the company, they told me to switch them over even if we didn't save money. Switch them over even if it was more expensive. I said no. If it doesn't save them money, I'm not switching them over. I'm not going to mess over my friends. I'm not going to make a penny on my friends charging them 2 pennies. If they save money, guess what? I'm going to switch them up. And I got 30,000 customers my first 3 years because I saved somebody money. They were thankful. They referred. Then I saved them money. Then they referred me to their businesses. I saved their businesses money on electricity, phone, internet, and so on and so on. So now people were excited to join my team. And I built a multiple 8-figure business there, right? People were excited. I was spitting the truth. I showed them, hey, if you don't save them money, don't switch them. And we grew a massive organization. And to this day, I am still friends with a majority of those people because they know I didn't cheat them. And you shouldn't ever sell your integrity for some money, right? I found trading. It was the best thing ever since selling electricity at a discount. Same situation. For my first 2-3 years, I kept to myself. These kids I was mentoring, they grew my money. They lost my money. I went on this global search of the answers and the truth to figure out this trading thing. I was living in the penthouse downtown. I didn't think I knew everything. I lost a bunch of money trading because of these kids that I mentored. And I was a hungry student. I went to Miami. I went to Toronto. I went to Singapore. These kind of places. Ended up in Dubai and Japan. And I found mentors, hedge fund managers, 100-lot traders to learn from. Thailand, right? These kind of areas. And I started learning from them. I didn't think I knew everything. Even though I was living in the top floor downtown, even though I had everything you could think of materially by 27 years old, I didn't think I knew this industry. And I learned and I learned and I learned. And after 2 or 3 years of losing, blowing through accounts, blowing through tons of money like water, exchanges disappearing with our money, I started putting this together and figured it out, right? But even now today, if I meet a hedge fund trader in New York, in Wall Street, in Saudi Arabia, I'm still going to ask him questions because I'm not at that level. So now with HBAR, you start on the weekly time frame, and it's kind of similar to BTC. It is at the last line of defense here. If it breaks this, then same thing. We have a possibility of it coming back down here to 5 cents a coin. That would be awesome. And more opportunity for you guys to get in every week. Remember, I've been telling you guys, buy XRP, buy XLM, buy XRP, buy XLM. So every week, if you like this project and you believe where HBAR is going, purchase these coins. Even right now, 11 cents a coin, you spend $1 on a McChicken, or you spend $1 to get 10 XRPs. You spend $20 at Mexican food, getting some Asian food, or you can get 200 HBARs. You guys understand? That's all it is. It's making small, different choices. Either you go and buy the food that you want to eat, or you eat at home and you pick up some more coins. All right? Or do so good in trading that you have the option to do all. But if you're limited right now to your paycheck, if you're limited right now to your business and you're learning trading, take a portion of your check, and instead of going out to eat, popping bottles, going to the clubs, doing this and that. I talk to a lot of my guys here on the call, and I let them know, hey, stop spending money buying people drinks. purchase these cryptos. Thank me later, right? I have real talks with a lot of people on these calls. They're like 28, and I'm like, listen, how much do you spend when you go out and buy a round of drinks? You could have bought 200 XRPs because no one's going to remember those drinks 1 week from now, right? But in the future, you still got your 200 XRPs. So HBAR, similar situation, 11 cents a coin. If it breaks down below, then you have the opportunity to pick up more at 5 cents a coin. Either way, it is a steal. You go to the 4-hour time frame. This is the last line of defense here. Comes in here. If it respects it, it'll kind of come up. If there's enough downward pressure and it breaks through, then we are headed further down. All right. So this is the last line of defense here. If it busts through, maybe we'll get a little reaction down here. If it busts through this wick, we're coming all the way down to 5 cents. Either way, it is a discount. It is investing towards your future, right? If you work at a 9 to 5, you're relying on a 401k when you retire. That's 40 years. In cryptos, if you invest enough money, maybe you can do it in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. But that's still better than 40. Nothing wrong with the 9 to 5. Nothing wrong with the job. That's temporary, right? But you have a dream business that God has put in you that needs to begin. You have a dream business that's going to change the world that's in you, and you got to get trading going. You got to get your residuals going through network marketing. You got to build a team, right? Either way, whether it's building a team or trading, help you quit your job so you're not tired from working 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day, and you can focus your energy on your God-given dream. We all have something that we're meant to create, whether it's a clothing line, a book, a music label, a restaurant, purchasing land. I don't know what that dream is for you that you're called to do, but the more you hang out with us, the more you're going to find out what it is. Now, when it comes to what we're building here in Innova, I've shared with you for the last 15 months that we are here to help people trading all around the world. So people in the slums, in the ministries, in poor areas, we can help them do their thing, right? So I was the last 7 days in the Philippines. We fed hundreds and hundreds of families. And it was awesome, right? I caught some trades. I fed some families. I caught some trades. I paid for the conference. I caught some trades. It was really, really cool. And a lot of the pastors and people there, the leaders there, they saw me do it. And they were all like, what is it that you do, right? So now I have a whole bunch of people automatically that are interested in what I do. And very grateful for this skill. One night we fed 140 families. Kids had no shoes. A lot of them were orphans. I mean, any of you guys have kids, it was cute that they played with Twix and stuff in the trash. But for me, that motivated me. That inspired me to help them, right? When you see a bunch of kids happy playing with leaves and twigs in the garbage areas, I just wanted to help them. I was giving out egg rolls all throughout the street. I was doing crazy stuff. It was fun. And the more we can do that for, in Colombia, in Mexico, Africa, Vietnam, Malaysia, these kind of China, these parts of the world, the larger your team is automatically going to be. The more money you're automatically going to make because you're trying to help people trade. You're trying to help people get good at sales, learn some marketing, right? I really enjoyed that experience. And the more we do it, the more we get to explode. So, any of you guys have kids, just imagine they're playing in the garbage with twigs and leaves. It was heartbreaking and motivating, but I love the passion that is all through Southeast Asia. It is incredible. So, HBAR, XRP, we went over a little bit of gold. What else do you got? What should we go over next? Before I get you guys out of here on crypto night, let's get everyone to the money. All right, silver and euro. Silver and euro. We'll go with silver because it's a little bit easier. And see what else we have time for. And get you guys out of here. I appreciate you guys for meeting me halfway on a Friday night. It's not easy. There are parts in the Philippines that have no service at all. It was awesome. I got to disconnect. So this was our markup from this morning for silver. Here, the daily 4-hour has a lot of price breaking up. The last red candle that I see is right around here. $70 and some change. And then we got some more here and here. So to get involved in this buy, what I would do is wait for price to come back down here. $70.46. And your stop loss is $69.97. So price is booming up. Price comes back down. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to break straight through this box like that. This is what I go over on all my calls. I like my chances. 9 out of 10. It's a good probability. So price comes in here. Boom. We're going to pull that trigger and we're going to get in. When you guys are losing, you guys are blowing accounts, you guys are losing your confidence, you're not sure when to enter, you see a good setup, but you get scared to trade. Fear takes over. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what these Zoom calls are designed for, so I can encourage you to get back into the market. The signals that I send are to help you get back into the market. If you're on a losing streak, you're afraid to trade, you're afraid to get back in, you don't know when to trade, you see the setup, fear is taking over. Well, guess what? You got these Zoom calls and you got the signals so you can get back in to the proper side of the market. You can get back in to the momentum in winning, right? Help you see through a proper lens. That's what mentors are for. When you're brand new, greed takes over, uncertainty takes over, fear of losing your money takes over, and all these different things. So the system that we have put in place is to help you guys get into trades. And whenever you guys get stuck, whenever you guys have analysis paralysis, you're overcomplicating the process, you try to look for all these different concepts and this and that. The calls help you recalibrate and get to the right side of the market. It's not always going to be that way, but the more you practice, the more calls you get onto, the faster you're going to get to the profits. Some of you guys are going to be like, man, I got this. You guys start winning. You guys start making some money. You guys hit 1K. You guys hit 5K. And then you vanish and you go rogue and you think you got it. Then you lose your accounts and I don't hear from you again, right? It's okay. I can't read your mind. You have to let me know when you're losing. I know as a leader, it's hard for us to open up, but that's what the chats are for. It's like Alcohol Anonymous. If you're losing, if you're not certain, if you're feeling down, you got to let us know, right? I'm training thousands of you guys daily. I can't read your mind. But if you're depressed, if you're on a losing streak, if you're uncertain, let us know. Our groups are like Alcohol Anonymous. Help you guys get through the dark times. Help you guys get through the losses. And eventually help you all have $1,000 days. $1,000 a day keeps the job away, especially in Vancouver, especially in New York, especially in California, right? We need at least 1,000 a day. But to get there, we have to do all these little things in between. Have some chart time, mark out your areas, wait for price to come, follow along with my signals, ask questions, get onto Zoom calls, repeat, right? So, silver, this is what we're looking at. Boom, boom, boom. I also shared with you on the last call every week, if you guys can, to pick up pieces of silver. That's what I started doing recently when price was like around here. Every week, I would just buy an ounce of silver. And I got all these silver coins for my kids. Instead of going out to eat lobster and steak, I bought a piece of silver. Right? So I'm doing what I'm teaching you guys to do with a new asset. Do I want to eat Brazilian steak? Absolutely. Do I want to eat Korean barbecue? Absolutely. But I trick myself to buy an ounce of silver for 40, 50 bucks. And it's been pretty fun. All right. So this is what we're looking at for silver. Everything I share with you are things that I'm doing or have already done so you guys can get wealthy. You just got to find a silver plug, I guess. There's a plug for everything. A silver plug there locally. Make sure they got the little testers to make sure it's 100% silver. There's a lot of fake silver going on where it's like 30% silver, 70% copper. So make sure your plug has these testers. All right. I'm giving you guys the games so you guys don't get scammed. All right. One more crypto. And let's get you guys out of here. What other crypto do you guys want to look at? Now, silver's booming. Kind of wait for price to come back down. It could come back down here, 48, 49 bucks again. That's the red area on the weekly. Start picking up the coins here, all right? So we have time for one more crypto. All right. We'll get to the Forex pairs next week. Sandra. All right, Mrs. Jen DeFazio, let's do it. ADA USD. I was talking to Jen, and she saw the videos of the kids crying, and her and her family got hit by the spirit. So the faith is so strong over there. You see 7-year-olds weeping, you see 8-year-olds weeping. I mean, it's just next level stuff. Some of you guys have seen my stories. Their love, their passion fires me up. It is incredible to see. Jen saw the video, and it hit her too. Thank you for helping us out. All right, so here's the weekly time frame for ADA US dollar. It is in this weekly red candle here, 36 cents a coin. If it respects this price, it could go up from here because this is a weekly zone. So same thing, weekly, daily zone here. Last line of defense. Keeping an eye on that. 36 cents a coin. Now same, if it breaks through, then the next area is down here, 29 cents a coin. If it breaks there, then the next area is down here, 24 cents a coin. Either way, if you believe in this project, these are good prices where you guys can get involved in. Right? So 36 cents, 29 cents, 24 cents. These are the areas based on if price breaks or respects those boxes. So everything that I teach applies to everything. Cryptos, Forex, stock, futures. It applies to everything. All right. I'm just marking it out so you guys can see it visually for all my new people. And it likes to play out time and time again. Bam. Right there. So if this area holds, we can see it kind of move back up to 37 cents a coin. If this area breaks, now we're looking at this area here, 29 cents. And then this area here, 24 cents. So everything that I teach you applies to all pairs. So just practice. You're feeding your baby. You're putting the kids to sleep. Back test, mark out your zones. You're at work. You're on your lunch break. Back test, mark out your zones. You're on the way home. You're on the way to work. Back test, mark out your zones. Right before dinner, take your kids to the pool, back test, and mark up your zones. And if you guys can do that over and over and over and over again, maybe it'll take you 6 months. Maybe it'll take you 2 years. Maybe it'll take you 5 years. But at some point, you will get this down. All right? Trading is a lifelong skill. Let's say it took you 5 years to make 7 figures a year. That ain't bad. A lot of you are so young, that ain't bad. Let's say it took you 10 years to make 7 figures a year. That ain't bad either, right? You want to be a doctor, you want to be a specialist, you want to be a surgeon. You're looking at 12 years of college. So if you can make 7 figures a year in 5 years, 10 years, not a bad deal. You just have to pay the price. NBA players, they paid the price. Heart surgeons, they paid the price. Attorneys, engineers, they paid a heavy price. If you want to be a full-time trader or an entrepreneur, there's a price that you're going to have to pay. Putting in the time, marking at the charts, networking, finding, people that are higher than you, networking, learning, finding mentors, building a massive team, right? And all these little things are going to help you get to your destiny. A lot of new friends that I met through the company, I didn't know them personally, but I met them on the Zoom calls, and now we're good friends, right? That's what I love about network marketing. And I always hold on to the good of network marketing because it's done amazing things for me, right? So the more people that you help, the more people that you put on, the more people that you teach, the more you practice, the larger your team's going to grow. Someday you're going to have 1,000 people waiting for you in Africa. Someday you'll have 5,000 people waiting for you in Malaysia or Vietnam, right? You're helping people online. Boom. You go to Mexico, you got 1,000 people waiting for you. You go to Africa, you got 10,000 people waiting for you because you've helped that many people. When I was in the Philippines, it was like 300-400 people a night. It was incredible. So helping people make money, 1,000, 10,000 a night at a conference, easy, because you're changing their finances. You're helping them learn the markets. You're helping them network and build huge teams. It gets fun, you know? For our real estate agents in here, this is the place to be. For my life insurance agents, for my network marketers, this is the place to be. For my analytical people, my urchins, my accountants, my engineers, my nurses, trading is where it's supposed to be. But you can learn all, right? All it's going to take is practice. Whatever you want to get good at, you will get good at. Think about everything that you guys been through in your life. You want to get good at real estate, you got good at real estate. You want to get good at raising children, you got good at raising children. You want to get good at fixing cars, you got good at fixing cars. You want to get good at cooking and work in a restaurant, you got good at making restaurant, right? That's how it works. So trading is the same thing. It's going to take you time. I'm going to walk you guys through the process. I'm going to show you guys how to do this weekly. I'm going to give you guys the signals to take as you guys are learning so you don't lose as much money. So other than that, you guys, have the rest of your night with your family. We are going to watch Home Alone 2. We watched Home Alone 1 yesterday. And enjoy your time. Get some downloads. And I'll see you guys on the charts next week.